What's going on, guys? ShadowNinja here. Today I want to make a video similar to a video I made yesterday talking about my wish list for the upcoming year of content. And today I'm going to be talking about Battlefield 5. Now, Battlefield 5 recently with Pacific update, bringing the Pacific front towards, Pacific theater of war to the game. I've been absolutely loving the game as a whole. The maps just feel better designed. The atmosphere just feels better. The game just feels better. The guns are also phenomenal. And overall, I'm just loving the game in general. Now, with that being said, Battlefield 5 is nowhere near a perfect state when it comes to, compared to other Battlefields like 4 and 3. Battlefield 1 was whatever. Battlefield 5 is better than 1 for me, but again, I feel like content-wise, it is a little bit lackluster right now. But, yeah. A few things I want them to do is, continue adding in the weapons. We can see more American weapons. I'm pretty sure there's more German prototype weapons out there. If you don't know about the war, Germany had a crap ton of prototypes on anything from aerial vehicles, from like stealth bombers and stuff like that, to like weaponry that never, was like fire-proven, stuff like that. There's a ton of stuff that Germany had that we can put in the game. Obviously there's a whole threshold of American stuff that we haven't visited yet. So weaponry, stuff like that, I do want to see a little bit more. They're doing so far a good job with, Tides of War, releasing the challenges not being too hard. In general, I'm just really liking how the guns are being implemented in the game. And the new guns recently have been fairly good. Now, next on the list, obviously, is maps. Maps in this game, again, do need a lot of work. Why do I say that? Well, we do know the vanilla maps of the game aren't really the most favorable maps in the game. I like playing them here and there because it's just fresh to not be playing the Pacific all the time. But, playing those maps continuously can be a drag and be very frustrating for multiple reasons. Now, with America coming to the game in general with the, Pacific front, I want to see some more American stuff in Europe. We have the Italian stuff. We have Africa. You can't forget about Africa. We can explore some of that, but I don't think it's will be so interesting. Mainly, I want to see, D-Day, maps that revolve around, like, the American, like, Battle of the Bulge, all these different things, all these different battles that focuses around, the American front. Now, on top of the American front, we could get the Russian front upcoming pretty soon. Now, the Russian front in World War II, at least in the European War, is probably the most major thing going on besides D-Day and the Americans, joining the war. Because again, Russia fought back and they pushed them all the way into Berlin. And we all know what happened at the Battle of Berlin. Now, I'm not saying let's get the Battle of Berlin, but let's see, Stalingrad. Let's see all these other Russian maps. Now, people might have an issue with Stalingrad because it was during the Russian winter. So people are going to, like Narvik, they might not see shit. So there's that issue right there. But, I think DICE has a good threshold, like a very massive threshold to, give us content in World War II. Because World War II is pretty endless when it comes to maps. And I do just want to see, better, maps, consistent maps in play. Now, last on my wish list is retweaking the time to kill. Now, I understand why they did it, but we as a community got really used to what was going on. And the longer DICE doesn't revert back to, what the TTK used to be, I think the less this change is going to happen, because they reverted it once and it was a year in. They do that again, people are going to really get fed up. And let me break it down why I kind of wish they do it to at least a certain degree. Now, the gun like the M1A1 is a gun I used to love. 30 rounds. I had a hair trigger on my controller. I can shoot a lot. I can shoot fast. Now that gun is absolutely just a pea shooter. Using it is a little bit more stressful. Not fun. It's a little bit more stressful just than usual. And it's just like, it just sucks. It's like, it should be good for long range. Like, just good. Not amazing. It should be good for long range. And it sucks at long range. And a lot of guns also suck at long range, especially the DMR class. I used to be a big DMR guy in this game. Assault class, running DMRs, the Gewehr, and stuff like that. But with the TTK change, there's been a minor difference where, I want to use the STG. I want to use fully automatic weapons. I do not want to use any DMRs. Snipers, of course, are, the exception because they hit really hard and a one-shot headshot gets them. But again, I just really wish they kind of bring DMRs back into being effective again. There's not many effective DMRs, as at least there used to be. You know, that might be a good thing for the game, and I'm just complaining for no reason at all. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I can't really say too much about it, because at the end of the day, you know, we got to get used to TTK. I don't think that's going to change it, but I do wish they retweak some of the gun balances with DMRs and stuff like that, just to make them a little bit more usable than they are now, because again, it's a struggle, and I don't want to deal with the struggle in Battlefield with all the other chaos going around. But with that being said, these are just 3 things I think Battlefield 5 needs to do just to, you know, improve the game in general and just make it a little bit more acceptable, like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 were. But by no means I think it's ever going to reach the plateau of what Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 were. We're all going to be hopeful for the next installment in the Battlefield franchise. Hopefully, again, they go modern. If anything, I'll be fine with the Vietnam War. But with that being said, stay tuned to the channel. Look out for my gameplay for Battlefield 5. Some, you know, good stuff with my friend. Battlefield 5, Battle Pacific with some friends. You're going to have a good time. But be on the lookout for that. It's going to be coming out later today. Be sure to check it out. Make sure you like that video too. Like this video if you enjoyed it as well and agree with my wish list. As well as subscribe for more Battlefield 5, you know, Battlefield general content. I might hop in Battlefield 4. We got to see, you know, Battlefield news, gameplays, stuff like this. You know, stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe for more. But until next time, guys, hope you guys have a good one. ShadowNinja here, and I'm out.